Krishna dear devotees. Sri Venu Geet. We have been hearing under Venu Geet. It is Venu Geet we have been hearing, but we are more hearing the glories of Shrimati Radha Rani and the gopis, Braj gopis, where gopis describe the beauty of Bhagwan. Bhagavatam 10th canto, there are um, three points where Krishna's beauty was described. One was described by Brahma, but in that beauty, there was Dasya Bhav involved because he was offering obeisances to Bhagwan. So there's little mixture of Dasya Bhav, mixture. Second beauty of Krishna was described by the wives of Brahmanas. They got bhoga for Krishna, foodstuffs for Krishna, and Krishna tried to scare them. Oh, you should go back to your husbands. They will scold you, they will chastise you, they will not be happy with you. And this is against the Maryada, rules and regulations of the society. So, by that fear, the wives of the Brahmanas they returned back to their homes. So, Krishna did the same thing with the gopis. Go back to your houses, your family, your husband. Take care of them. In society, you will be discouraged. You will be not respected, not accepted, to leave your husbands and come to me. This is not right. But even by hearing this, gopis did not go back. Why did they not go back? Because they take Krishna as their life and soul, as their everything. Even if we are chastised, if we are, not respected, we are not bothered. Our only goal is the happiness of Krishna, his his pleasure, his anand, his happiness. This is called love. So there are three places in Bhagavatam 10th canto. Krishna's beauty has been described by different people, and the most important is the third verse, third category, which gopis describe the beauty of Krishna. So Gurudev will send a voice message of this verse in the group for us to learn it. Which verse was that? Varha Piram Natvar Vapu Karna Karnikaram. We have to learn this verse, Maharaj is saying. He's saying that he doesn't expect that we would learn this in one day. So he explained us the meaning of this. Let's recap it. Krishna with his friends entered Vrindavan's forest. On his head there is a more peacock feather, and his earrings he has in one ear he has karnika flower. This is his beauty. Not in 2 years, just one. And he wears a yellow pitambar, Vajanti garland, which has five different types of flowers, and it's very long as till his knees. And his vesh attire is very beautiful. Natvar, he looks like Natvar. When someone goes for dancing, they don't dress as an ordinary person. They dress up as like a Natvar, very soon attractive. And on his lips there is, so on his flute, Vamshi, he's having his keeping his beautiful lips, and his friends are singing his glories. Today Krishna did this, today Krishna did that, today he killed a snake, today he did so many nice things. They are singing his glories like this, Krishna's sakhas, his friends. So daily Krishna does something new in Braj. And who is the evidence of all this? His sakhas, his friends. because in the forest they are with Krishna. So if Krishna can kill Agasur, a snake, and Krishna and the friends come back, they describe it. Today, Krishna, when entered in the mouth of a snake, they will not keep quiet. They will talk about it because this is called this is called prem. Keeping quiet is not called prem. Krishna's friends, they love Krishna, so how can they keep quiet? They have to sing his glories. So they are singing the kirti. Kirti means they are describing the pastimes of Krishna. Krishna killed a snake today. Today he did this, that he stole fruits. They will just keep on speaking about only Krishna for the happiness of Krishna. Krishna likes it. Okay, in this, uh, all the demons which Krishna killed, all the times Krishna's friend's eyes was open, and they are the witness that Krishna killed. But one pastime where Krishna made all his friends to close their eyes, which is that pastime? Which is that pastime? So some people have answered. Those who are hearing the writing, responding in the chat, they either hear Gurudev's Katha daily, consistently, or they come for Kartik Parikrama. Agnipan pastime means the pastime where Krishna drank the fire. Can you drink love? Aswadan is called drinking prem, means tasting. So Krishna tastes the love of Brajvasis. At one side, Krishna tastes the love of all the Brajvasis, gopis, sakhas, Mother Yashoda, and other side, Krishna also drinks the fire. Which place? Bhandirvan. Bhandirvat. At Bhandirvat. At Bhandirvan, under Bhandirvat. It's a tree, Bhandirvat. At Bhandirvan, where at that place where Radha Krishna got married. You will say, wait a minute. You always say Radha Krishna never got married. Now you're saying they got married? Yes, it happened, but secretly at Bhandirvan. It's not very far, near Delhi, Faridabad, just 2 hours from Delhi, Faridabad. It's a grand, like huge Vat Vriksh, where we always go for Kartik Parikrama, where Radha Krishna got Gandharv married. They got them. There are 8 types of marriages. One of them is Gandharv marriage. Gandharv Vivah, Gandharv marriage means just exchange of garlands, nothing else. The boy gives one garland to the girl, and the girl gives one garland to the boy, and this is how the marriage is performed. This is called Gandharv marriage, like exchange of only garlands. Another marriage is keeping your hand on your heart. My heart is yours, your heart is mine. This is also one kind of marriage. And one is demon marriage, demonic marriage. So Parishit Maharaj asked this question to Shukdev Goswami in Bhagavatam that Krishna is Bhagavan. How could he marry in a demon type of marriage? Like what? What does it mean? To run away the bride, like he did with Rukmani ji. He kidnapped her and then got her married with him. But but when Krishna kidnapped Rukmani ji, it was not against the desire of Rukmani ji. Many people ask this question. You worship Krishna, what kind of Bhagwan he is? There's no good quality in him. He kidnapped Rukmani. This is how people say. When he was just small, 6 days old, when he killed a lady, Putna, female, who killed a who no one should kill a female. Oh, and as soon as he grew up little bit, he killed so many people, so many asurs. He just keep on killing. What kind of child he is? He has just been killing ever since he got birth. And then he did not stop there. Okay, that's fine. But he steals butter going in everyone's house. What kind of Bhagwan he is? He steals. What is it trying to teach us? That he should steal and see another fault in him. Okay, stealing butter is fine. But when gopis went for a bath in the river, Vamshivat, all these, so there are five vat trees actually. They're not everywhere. So the gopis were swimming at that place in the river, and Krishna stole all their clothes and he said, just come out like that without your clothes. What is Krishna trying to teach us here? Without clothes, how do we come out? What kind of moral conduct is this? Who kills one's mother's brother? He killed his mother's brother. That was Kansa. And who loved him? Krishna loved Radha and Gopis, and he left them intentionally and he went so far away from them to Dwarka. Okay, he went there, that's fine. He could have just come back, but he never came back. This is what you're trying to teach. And then they also, he was not he was not quite there as well. He got married. Okay, one wife is enough. Rukmani, she loved you, so you got married. You accepted her love. Not one, not two, not three, not four. 16,108 marriages? What kind of Bhagwan he is? So his those who see faults in Krishna, actually these are his qualities, Krishna's qualities. But if they hear the Harikatha properly, only then they can understand. And love, the nature of love is those, if you love someone, you will see their faults as their qualities. Like the founder of ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada, once he was just sitting and having some water. So his disciple came and he said, Gurudev, you are so artistic. You drink water in such a way you drink your water, like in artistic style. So Prabhupada replied, it's not about drinking water because you love me, you respect me. That's why my every action is beautiful for you. But otherwise, as well, if you love someone, for their all activities will be so good to our heart, even if they have faults. And regard to this, in Bhagavad Ji, there is a pastime of about Bharat Maharaj. that once there was a king. He told his barber, he, "Oh, you make, okay, you bring me a child in 3 days who can be my successor, who can take care of my kingdom after I leave. Get me a very nice child. I will make him the prince, my successor. And if you don't bring, then I will kill you, hang you." Now this barber got so tensed. Where should I go? Where should I get a son from? If he sees this child, oh, he is beautiful. Oh, that child is so beautiful. The king said, "Bring me the most beautiful child." So he got confused. 2 days he was very disturbed because third day, if he doesn't bring, then the king would hang him, cut his head. So he was very disturbed, sad, and oh, he was just playing and he saw his son who was just so thin and he had just bones, no skin, and very dark. It's not about racism, but he was very dark complexioned and he was in dust from head to toe. His nose was running. He was not beautiful at all from any angle. His hair were messed up. So he looked his child and he got a little pacified. Oh, I have been here. Who can be more beautiful than my child? Nobody can be more beautiful than my child. So he gave his child to the king. "Oh, dear king, see, I got a very beautiful child for you." And the king was shocked. What sample have you got for me? No skin in the body, only bones are his. Hair are not clean, and you're saying it's a beautiful child? The king chastised him. "From which angle do you think it's beautiful?" So the minister said, "Oh, Maharaj, king, keep quiet, don't chastise him. Be- Because you don't have any child, so you can't understand his feelings. Definitely, it's the child of the barber." So the king said, "Okay, this child is looking good. Is he your son?" And he said, "Yes, he's my child." And the minister said, "Yes, see, even only our child, we think it's very beautiful because we are attached to our child. If you're attached to someone, you love them at any for any condition, even if their faults will be so attractive to us, we won't see faults in them." So the king said, "This child is very beautiful, so beautiful. I don't want such a beautiful child. He's extremely beautiful. You bring me a child who's little less beautiful." So the point is, the essence is, it's all about love. It's all about love. That every action seems to be beautiful about that person. So so the entire world might see faults in Krishna, but in every activity of Krishna or his Krishna, Mangal Bhavana Amangal Hari, the abode of all auspiciousness, and he ends all the inauspiciousness. His Any of his activity can't be wrong. It's all about perception. One sadhak, when he does bhakti, then the world doesn't changes. His vision to see the world changes, not the world. World remains the same. We remain the same. But the eyes, the vision to see the world, that changes for a sadhak. If someone is very envious of others, he see that even others are jealous. He sees negativity all around him or her. Those who have love in their heart, they see love everywhere around them. It's all about your vision, how you see, perceive things. The world doesn't change. So that's why gopis, with the bhav, they see Krishna, they take darshan of Krishna. Okay, even they're also speaking. What are they speaking? Krishna, or don't trust Krishna. This he's black. Don't trust this black person. He's too such a big cheater, liar. Oh, but howsoever he is, he's very attractive. We can't live without him. So they are saying cheater, liar. This is how they call him? Yes, he's liar, he's cheater. Don't trust him. Don't have faith in him. They say this just externally, but inside from their heart, they say he, even though he's black, but he's very beautiful. That's why his name is Sham Sundar. Don't trust him means don't trust anyone else. Just have faith in him only, because in every breath he is there. In their gopis' heart, Krishna is there. So they're always meditating on Krishna. This is called Krishna consciousness. When in everything, we see our most prem pad vastu. It's a pure Hindi. Prem's pad in uh, so when you love someone, that person is always in your mind. So gopis are man mana bhav. They always thinking of Krishna. So today gopis are describing the beauty of that Krishna. Till now, Venu Geet hasn't started. This is just introduction. Right now, till now, gopis haven't sung Venu Geet. They have just described the beauty of Krishna. Now let's hear the details of this verse. So the gopis, Krishna Anuragini, those who have Anurag in Krishna, those gopis, by hearing the Krishna's beautiful Venu's sound, they lost their. I think we heard this. So the Anurag, which is hidden in the hearts of the gopis, that's now overflowing. It's now comes pouring out, coming out, manifesting externally. The sound of the flute is it's not just a instrument. So Venu is not just an instrument. Krishna is expressing his feelings through his Venu's sound. That's called Venu Nad, flute sound. So gopis can't remain calm after hearing that Venu Nad. And the moment they describe Krishna's beauty, Krishna's Tribang Lalit, bending from three sides. Gaman Bhangi. Bhangi means Bhangi means this is pure Hindi language. Shastrik, clean Hindi. Like we say in ordinary language, clean the house, clean the stuff. But in good Hindi language, we will say marjan, do the marjan, cheto darpa marjan, like that. So Krishna's way of walking, the way he walks. So I always say Hans Gati, like how a swan walks. Hasta Gati, like an elephant, how an elephant walks. And sometimes Singh Gati, how a lion walks in the forest. So these There are different types of walking, not just two or three. We just know three, but there are many, 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 many more than this. These three. And bumpkin drishti, looking with the eyes in a tilted form. So even if Krishna is walking, he can see left, right, because he is very restless. He doesn't walk straight. His everything is not straight. Still, he is complete. In Upanishad, it said about Krishna, Bhagwan is Purna. His everything is Purna, complete. And on top of that, he smiles gently. Mand Mand Muskan. About this, I have described many times how Krishna smiles. तेरी मंद मंद मुस्कानियाँ पे तेरी मंद मंद मुस्कानियाँ पे. There's this bhajan in Vrindavan. This time, all of you will sing the bhajans, Hindi bhajans. So so all these points in the heart, like Krishna walks like this, he talks like this, he sees us like this, he smiles like this. All these gopis remember, smern, and they enter in when prem, avesh of prem. That means prem. They already have prem in their heart, but now it's the avesh of prem, absorption in prem. When they're absorbed in prem, that situation, that place is called. So those who have love, only they can describe it. How that prem, how one gets absorbed in that prem. That otherwise, without that prem, nothing comes in our mind. No other worries or tensions. Okay. So the first thing, the word is Varha Piram. Piram. It means what? Let's hear this. Krishna, while playing the flute in the forest, he entered from Gamanbangi to the forest. Krishna, while playing the flute, and no one plays the flute when they are sad. So if we are playing an instrument, that means we are happy. It can be that we might be upset sometime and we play our instrument. But when someone is really sad, he can sing, but he can't play the instrument. He won't be able to. For playing the instrument, he needs the happiness of the heart. In sadness, one cannot play the instrument. That person can sing when he is sad, but we play our favorite instrument, musical instrument, when we are really happy. So by playing that Venu in a very beautiful manner, Krishna walks. It's a very artistic way of walking, not an ordinary way of walking. This is called Gaman Bhangi. How Krishna keeps one step here, another step there, like how we walk. We walk straight. His his way of walking is like a dancing. Now, when someone dances, how they walk, like we had some programs in Delhi, Faridabad University centers, and I was thinking how those people were dancing. They were just dancing, but Krishna's walking is like dancing actually. So it's difficult to say, but If his dancing is so beautiful, what will be his walking? So his way of walking, by getting attracted to that, Krishna enter the forest. And the black, this is a difficult Hindi. I'm trying to explain this in very simple Hindi. The black alka valia. Alka vali means his hair is curly. So we don't know if it's a male or a female. The black curly hair, long as well. And sometimes it comes on the head, sometimes it remains back. This is called keshkala. In that there are different types. Sometimes this, sometimes style. Alka valia. This is called alka valia. Krishna's beautiful black long hair. Uh, mm, like we put a bun on the head, like a juda. It's called bun. So they sometimes they tie their hair, sometimes they keep their hair open, and in that same hair they like you see half moon, not full moon, half moon. Mm. Krishna speak of feathers looking so beautiful, as if there has been a rainbow on the clouds, between the clouds. Rainbow. How many colors are there in the rainbow? I think seven. Seven, seven. And that rainbow, that how it looks, Gurudev sees them where he's right now in America. So Krishna is described like clouds, and on top of that, his beautiful long curly hair, long hair, they're open hair, like how it branches there, and on top of that, his peacock feather looks like it, as if it's Indradhanush, rainbow, and rainbow also has different colors, mostly seven. So it looks like very beautiful clouds, and among the clouds there is a beautiful rainbow which is making it look more beautiful. So Morpunk has seven prominent hair. Sometimes the okay, the rainbow never sees the sun. It is in the opposite direction of the sun, always. And when there are dark clouds in the sky, then in the Indradhanush looks more beautiful. Just like that, this is just a comparison. Um, that Krishna is Nav Jaldhar Megh. He's like that cloud who's full with water, like we see in the month of July in India. The clouds are just so dark, and we feel it's going to rain. Not the clouds of white color, the which are just flying here and there. The clouds which are good for giving the rain. So Krishna is like a uh, cloud, and he's wearing very beautiful chuda. Those who want to learn Hindi, for them Maharaj is saying these words. So one now there is a question here. Those who are very intelligent, they raise the question. Those who are intellectual, they always ask the question, but the questions should be sensible, not and non like nonsense questions. Like Gurudev used to say, you read the entire Ramayana, but you ask who was Sita's father. So those questions which are very intellectual, for those questions, devotees are prayed. Since we're learning, so we should ask questions. So one question comes here that Krishna is so beautiful. Now his comparison, how can we compare his beauty comparison with ordinary rainbow and plants? Is there any match? Because if you compare Bhagwan with some material things, that's just material. And Bhagwan is transcendental. He's Chinmay. So how can it match? What to do? We have no other option. When we don't have any option, we become helpless. Um, in this world, whatever is the most beautiful thing, with that thing only, Bhagwan can be compared. Like Krishna's eyes are compared by a lotus. The leaves, the leaves of Kamal, lotus are so soft. Krishna's eyes are also like lotus. His hands are also like a lotus. His plant, which sorry, um, his face. I said, sorry. Um, in this world, the most beautiful thing is compared by Bhagwan. So Gurudev is saying about Guyana, and there they see very big, huge lotuses, and they are just everywhere in the lanes of the street. That's the only place I saw in the world where lotuses are there, spread everywhere around in Guyana, and seeing that it's very beautiful. So Krishna's eyes are compared with a flower, lotus, because there is no other option. So the most beautiful thing of this world, with that Krishna's beauty is being compared. But for a sadhak, when he attains his siddhi, perfection, and he sees Krishna directly, his eyes get tears. Me, from many births, I have been separated from you, and now when I'm getting your direct darshan, you are so beautiful, Bhagwan. Krishna wipes the tears of a sadhak. Why are you crying? So the sadhak folds his hands and he says, please forgive me. I committed an offense at your lotus feet. Krishna says, no, you did so much for me. Krishna shows his gratitude, his feelings. You did this, that for me. You sacrificed so many things for me. You left all the attachments, desires, hot, heat, cold, the comments of everyone. You sacrificed everything for my love. So today you met me and you think you committed an offense? No, I am indebted to you. Krishna is saying this. What offense you have done? Tell me. And then the sadhak says to Krishna that whenever I described your beauty, I used to say your eyes are like lotus, your hands are like lotus, your lotus feet are like lotus. But now when I'm seeing you directly, I think that lotus flower is nothing. It's very pale. Where your beauty and where this material flower. So I compared you with a flower, material flower. For that, please forgive me. But what I could have done, I had no other option. The most beautiful of this world is lotus, and I compared your beauty with that. So in this way, Varha Piram, this shlok's first word, Krishna's beautiful hair, and on top of that, there's like how there is rainbow in the sky, Krishna is carrying a peacock feather on his head. Second word is Natvar Vapuhu. What it means? Seeing Krishna, Anupam here means that which cannot be described, unparalleled, that which cannot be described. Krishna's r- roop is Natvar. So the way of dressing, that is like Natvar. In his in his arms he is wearing armlets, not like ordinary cloth. So like how Brajvasis wear kurta top in Vrindavan. So they had multiple knots, and he wears a nice turban, peacock feather, very nice kamar patta. So, it looks like Krishna is dancing and entering the forest of Vrindavan. And seeing this, those gopis who had anurag for Krishna, they saw Krishna's this sundar, this beautiful roop. They got excited, or they felt supreme bliss. But why were they feeling so? What was so special? Because they always think of Krishna. But now, when they are seeing Krishna directly, face to face, they're always thinking Krishna about Krishna's beauty. But here, when they are seeing Krishna live, like face to face, his beautiful eyes, his beautiful lips, his beautiful ears, his beautiful nose, his mukhmandal, the entire face, so beautiful. Seeing all this, they became supremely happy. Now that love they can't control. Earlier they could control it, they could hide it. Now they are so excited. So the gopis are not able to decide whether Krishna's body is like Natvar, Krishna's body, or he's himself a Natvar. Did he, is it is he Natvar because he's walking and coming in the forest while dancing, or is he really like a Natvar in reality that he's walking, he's speaking, he's moving his hands, is all like a Natvar? Now all this what I said, this reminds me of an old story. When I used to live somewhere in my house. There, living nearby me all were artists. Someone would dance in Delhi University. He would teach. So he did PhD in dance. Some would play sitar. Some would play vamshi flute. So there was another man who did a very nice traditional Indian Vedic dance, and she did PhD, and they would teach. Now they since they would dance all day, so we would see they're walking. Even walking was like dancing, not like an ordinary person. So 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 24, 15 hours in a day, he would just teach the dancing. So his movement of hands, his way of talking would be just like a dancer, as if he's really dancing. So when we speak, we have a body language, right? But this dance, and so much dance that he teaches, he did masters in dancing. His way of seeing, walking, singing, all would look like dancing. So when I would speak to him, I used to speak to him, "Oh, uncle, how are you?" Maharaj would say. So, how he would speak? I said, "Oh, the weather is so nice today. There's not so much heat. It's raining." I still remember that scene. How he used to tell me, clouds like this, and rain would come. So, he would use his hands for expressions because he was a dancer. So, I used to laugh seeing his movements of hands. So, when he would eat, he won't eat just like this because his style was absorbed in dancing mind. So gopis, when they see Krishna, they can understand whether he's really dancing for us to show us, or is he really his roop like a dancer. So they are not able to understand this. Okay, so the person, you can't say nutver just to anyone random. Nut means the one who dances, and nutver, and var matlab those who are really topmost in dancing this. So dancing is like an art. It's not meant for everyone. Everyone cannot dance. Otherwise, they will move their movement. They will make their hand movements in a very funny way. Even in kirtan, sankirtan, some people just do like this. So we feel like it's like a joke when people don't dance properly. When people don't dance properly, so one should we should do Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So there is an art of dancing, and it's such a big art that there's a people can do masters on it. Delhi University gives a certification for this. So Krishna is expert in dancing. Nobody can be more expert than him because Shiva, Lord Shiva, whose name is Nataraj, that Shiva. Nataraj means the one who is king among all the dancers. And this Shiva learns dance from whom? Krishna, Nataraj. And Krishna learns from whom? The dance. From whom? Radharani. Radharani. At Radhakund, Krishna hide secretly comes and he learns the dance steps from Radharani. That's why Krishna is Natvar. Then gopis decided in their mind, in this, in all the three planets, who is this Natvar person who can, Krishna's Vapu can be called Natvar. Krishna's Vapu. Gopis are thinking in their mind, who is a Natvar in all the three planets, leaving Krishna and and so which example can we give to compare here? This can't understand. Then the second point is the face of Krishna is like a moon. Now there's a big problem in here. If we say to someone, your face is like a moon, like once Krishna said to Radharani, where? Barsana, Chandra Sarovar. There, Radhaji was sitting. Krishna came from Chandravali's Kunj. He accepted her services and he came. Now, who is in Krishna's mind? Chandravali. He went to Radharani and he said, he asked her, oh sorry, Radharani asked, Krishna, describe the beauty of my face. He has to start from somewhere. He has to speak something. Describe my beauty. So Radharani's face is Sumukhi, the one with the beautiful face. And Krishna's mind, in his mind, Chandravali is going on. So whatever is there in your brain, it comes out in words. Krishna says, your face is like Chandra, like Chandra. If he could have said Chandravali, then another Mahabharat would take place in Barsana. If he said Chandravali, one war and was in Kurukshetra with the kings, and another war would take place in Barshana with the queen. Which queen? This is Radharani. It's easy to win by fighting with the kings, but not easy to win um, by the queens. Which queens are they? Which queens are they? This is Radha Rani. His another name, her another name is Seva Rani. Her name is Seva Rani. Seva Rani means one who is always absorbed in Krishna's service, giving pleasure to Krishna all the time. That's called Seva. Service. If someone says, I want to give pleasure to you, so how would you please someone? By I want to serve you. By serving that person means I want to please you. I want to make an effort to please you. So Radharani's name is Seva Rani, the queen of service. Another point, another war would be in Barsana. She could have accepted man. So he Krishna couldn't speak Chandravali properly. He said Chandra like the moon. Like the moon is in the sky. So Radhaji could have, felt happy that he compared me with the moon. But she got so anger. And Radharani's man is very heavy than more than 50 minds. Okay. One mind is 100 kgs. Like I think so. 100 kgs is equal to one mind. Radharani's transcendental anger, man, is so heavy. It's so heavy because it's difficult to handle her. It's why Prabhu, Krishna Hogan, handle her. Convincing Radharani. And what? My beautiful face. He compared with Chandra. There's so many spots on the moon. Do you see any spot on my face? Krishna is saying, no, 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 no. I was trying to say something else. As if the moon is so effulgent. No, no, don't talk to me. You described me with the moon, and she got into transcendental anger. She did it on purpose, actually, intentionally. In our scriptures, it is written in Ujjwal Neelmani, ahead Evas, eh, those who, mm, um, if someone if someone loves someone, then uh, those who are new here for teenagers, Radha and Krishna, their love is like not straight like a snake. Sometimes because of a reason, sometimes not because of a reason. Now, right now, there is a reason. But sometimes there won't be any reason why it happens. Radharani knows when Krishna would convince me, it will be very nice for him. So for Krishna's happiness or for Krishna's pleasure, Radharani intentionally enters into man, or sometimes she doesn't enter into man. So Krishna's lotus face is like a lotus, and and grave like an ocean. The ocean never dries up. So if there's no rainfall, everything else can dry up, but the ocean won't dry up. Similarly, Krishna Sham Sundar, how he is, he's ocean, he's grave like an ocean, and his face is like a moon. So all these comparisons are done, they are famous in this world, the common in this world. Comparing face with the moon, like that. It's very common. This comparison is very common. And second thing we see in this world, Upman and Upmai. Who is bigger among these two? Upman. This might be a little difficult. Upma and Upmai. Upmai means like Krishna. Upman is with that you are comparing. So Krishna is Upmai. Like we see his eyes are like lotus eyes. His face is like lotus. So who is bigger? Flower or Krishna? Because his beauty is described by someone else. So who is bigger among these two? Upme. Upme, whose shelter we are taking. So Krishna's Vapu, if his beautiful roop, form, if it's Upme, and there is no other Natvar, then Krishna is taken as Shrestha. He is like bigger. Krishna's Roop Madhuri. Krishna's beautiful face is so beautiful that it cannot be compared with anybody else in this world. But let's try to understand. To make it easier for understanding for others. It's some comparison is done. Like Krishna has how many? I told this many times. Head to toe. How many moon? 24 and half. How 24 and half? What is the significance of half? Half Chandra. 10 moons are there. There, each of The toenails is not just a toenail. Each and every toe is like a moon. So, how many moons are there in the lotus feet of Krishna? 10. So, 10 moons are there. Then, hands, the fingers, and the nails, they also 10. So, 10 and 10 is 20. So, these are 20 moons. Then, one is Mukhmandal, face. Then, his beautiful eyes, cheeks, kundal, bicentennials. 24th is his tilak on his forehead. This is 24th. There's a dot just below the tilak. Okay. Krishna is Upmai. Upmai means the one who's being compared. But with whom? 24 and a half moons. This is very interesting. And second comparison is being compared with the lotus flower. Now the common thing between the moon and the lotus is both of them give coolness, shitalta, soothing. Moon does what moon does. In the month of June, it's so hot. So in the night, if the moon is out, it gives coolness. Even the lotus is like that, Kamal. So that's why Krishna is Sheetal. One moon gives so much coolness, where 24 and a half moons are there. Imagine how much Sheetalta, coolness, must be there. Uh, Viruddharm Ashray. In ordinary language, it means that Krishna, uh, he's Atmaram. He doesn't need anyone. He's self-satisfied. Krishna. He doesn't need anyone. This is his Ishwar Sarup, Bhagwan Sarup, that he's satisfied in himself, by himself. But there's another word is Viruddharm Ashray. That means that Krishna desires to live with Radharani all the time. He can't live without Radharani. So where he's Ishwar Sarup, where he doesn't need anyone, he's completely fine. But his activities are not clear. It's Virudh Dharm Ashray, that his activities are not clear. One and opposite simultaneously. So where Krishna is giving coolness like a moon, and he's cool like a lotus, but still he gives what? Fire, tap, heat. Which heat? Which fire? Separation. Fire of separation. This is called Viruddharm Ashray. One and opposite. He's so soft, so sheetal, so komal. But what he gives, whosoever, let's see around us, everyone who is doing his bhajan, they are crying. The queens of Dwarka, they are crying. All the devotees are crying. In Braj, all the cows are crying. The peacocks, the parrots, cuckoos, birds, friends, Nand Maharaj, Yashoda Maya, all crying. Braj Gopi, and the most is Radharani is crying. And when she cries, it's not an ordinary crying. Can we fill a glass with our tears when we cry? No, even if we cry for the entire life, we cannot fill the glass. But when Radharani cries, there's a big Sarovar manifested. That's called near Vrindavan, Man Sarovar. When Radharani cries and she creates the entire Sarovar with the tears of her eyes. So imagine so much virya she has for her in her heart. So even if he's cool, Krishna, he gives heat, tap. But does the moon gives heat? Lotus flower is so cool, but the lotus flower never gives heat. But this Krishna is, even though he's cool, he gives what? Heat. Heat of separation. Special heat, special tap of separation. But the interesting thing is, in separation, in separation from Krishna, it looks like I am suffering. But the more the sadhak cries, the more his heart is filled with anand, bliss. So everything about Krishna is Viruddh Dharm Ashray, opposite, contrary, contrary nature. This is Upme and Upma. Don't think the Upma of eating, not that. There's a snack in India called Upma. Let's keep it till here for today. Tomorrow we will send you a message in the group. I'm traveling tomorrow. Gurudev is. You'll all get the message. So wait for the message. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Hare Krishna.